Welcome back to the second video for the PHP series. Um, I've gone ahead and created another index.php and put the basic PHP tags. One thing I do want to cover before I continue on with the arrays is that you can have HTML tags before and after the PHP tags, and you can have as many PHP tags as you want throughout the thing, so you can switch from PHP, HTML back and forth as many times as you need to for your script to actually work correctly and be efficient. So the first thing I want to do is just cover arrays. So we'll make a new array, name names, and there's two ways you can do this as well, and I'll just show you this way first. You can do names, and then names like 0 equals, let's say Brian, and names 1 equals Bob. And right off, this is going to create two values inside of the array at the index of 0 and the index of 1, and it's going to be Brian and Bob, excuse me. And I'll just prove that to you with echo, or we'll use a foreach loop, so that's something we can use right now. And what you do is for each thing in the array, so you just use the name of the array, which is names, and then you put as, and we'll just use name as a name you'll reference inside of this for loop. And to show you what I mean, you just call name, and I'm going to add a BR tag so it lists them downwards. And neat. So if you gotta refresh this, you do realize that it prints out both names. And you can obviously do this and set this to an array right off the bat, like this, equals array, and then two parentheses, opening and closing. And you refresh, it does the same thing. Now something else you could do is, if you don't want to have 0, 1 all the way down and everything, you can go right in here inside of these parentheses here and put Brian and Bob, and go ahead and delete these. And what this is doing is, so whatever the value inside of the strings is, will be 0, and then the comma, the next one will be 1, etc. onwards. And go ahead and save this and show you, and it still works properly. And again, you can have pretty much any number of those you want, but I mean, you're not going to really use any maximum. So I'm just going to pause this video real quick and come back. Alright, sorry about that. So you can't only have strings here. You can have numbers, or integers rather. It can be anything you want, and obviously you're going to rename that if you're going to use numbers, because you really want to use something that's related to the stuff you're going to be storing inside of that value, because later on, if you have a ton of stuff in your file or your program, and you go back and look, and you're going to get confused really quickly, and you probably think you won't because you wrote it and everything, but trust me, it does happen. So that's about it. Just a quick little video on arrays. Check back for the next video. Thanks, guys.